Hi everyone, it's Vanessa Jean. Welcome back to my kitchen. So today we're going to have a play with raw chocolate. It's going to take a few minutes for me to do things like melt down the cacao butter and the coconut oil, and while that's happening, I'm going to speak to you. You'll get a sense of how quickly you can really do this, okay? So as I get my Thermomix on, you can use a food processor, you can do this double boiler method, just, and then in a bowl and stir it. Do this any way that makes your heart sing, okay? I wouldn't overly worry too much on, having everything weighed out exactly, but I would encourage you to have fun, okay? So have lots of fun with this. I'm going to take cacao, pure, raw, beautiful cacao, and I'm going to show you how to play with this a little bit. This is amazing food as medicine. It's known as the food of the gods, food of the goddesses, right? This is that beautiful food as medicine to bring us back into our empowered state, to open our heart to stand in receivership of love, of life, and all her gifts. It's amazing in terms of really supporting our body system and our emotional body as well. When you're using the cacao butter and beautiful coconut oil, it's not one that you're going to be putting on weight with. This is like really good fats that you are infusing into your raw chocolate to make your body sing again. Okay, so let's get started. We are creating total food for joy here, right? So what I'm going to do is I have taken the cacao butter, which is the fat from the beautiful cacao. It's like a big pawpaw or papaya. That's how it looks, the actual fruit of the cacao. Actually, I have something just here I can show you as I go off camera to come back onto camera. This is one that my beautiful fellow cacao brother gave me. But as you look at the fruit and you open the fruit, probably not going to open for me. There you go. When you actually open the fruit itself, it's very fleshy inside and it has what we would call big seeds, right? So the cacao pod itself, the flesh inside it is very nourishing for us to eat. And then the cacao seeds, these beautiful little pods inside, have, they're edible as they are, but when you break the husk of them, they have little nibs in there. And that's the original chocolate chips, right? So we're going to add some beautiful cacao butter, which is the fat from this, into our food processor. And I'm going to do about 50 grams worth. And what I've done is I've just cut it onto my board with my knife, just so that I can have it ready to go in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my beautiful little coconut, half a cup of coconut oil. Beautiful coconut oil. This is so nourishing and it's antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial. This is total food as medicine. When you're feeling under the weather, you can actually eat raw chocolate to support your immune system. Okay, so let's just simply get this going now. Look, all I'm doing, you guys, is I'm going to set the temperature just to melt this down for a little bit, just for a couple of minutes. And what you'll do if you're doing this as a double boiler method is just sit a glass bowl within a bowl of warm water and just let that melt. Now let me talk you through some things. You can do some fun stuff with cacao. Like I said, you can put cacao nibs in to make like a choc chip. But what's really yummy is using something like the Golden Cape gooseberry or the Inca berry, beautiful white mulberries. I buy everything organic or biodynamic, and especially when you're using dried fruits, please make sure that they're sulfur-free. And this is a beautiful sour cherry. So these are amazing for the festive season. The time of year I'm filming this is actually coming up to our festive season, right? I'm in Australia, so we're coming into summer here. But for those of you that have beautiful winters over this time of the year, November, December time, think warming, beautiful spices. So you can be adding cinnamon in here, some ground nutmeg, Definitely sprinkling of salt in there, some sea salt, and getting all the minerals from the salt there. I would also consider doing things like vanilla bean powder and opening a vanilla pod and scraping the pod in. I'm going to keep this super easy for you. Okay, so we're just melting that down. And the other thing that we can do is actually infuse these with different essential oils. So I love, in the cooler months and in the warm months, playing with what my body feels like. So when it's cool, I love to be warmed up. When it's hot, I love to be cooled. So when it's hot, I might use the mints like peppermint and spearmint to help cool me down. As it gets cooler, the weather, I want to be using spices. So today we're actually going to do some black pepper, cinnamon, and wild orange. It's gone pretty cold outside, so I'm looking forward to warming myself up with this. We haven't quite reached summer yet. Still a little bit early for that. And the wild orange is just joy bubbles in a bottle. So I'm going to add some of this, and the citrus balancing the spice of the black pepper and the cinnamon is utterly beautiful. You can also do things like use ginger, you can use lavender, geranium, you can use any of these beautiful essential oils to flavor your foods. I only use food grade essential oils. They're certified pure therapeutic grade tested essential oils. I love these. They're sourced from the indigenous land that they're supposed to come from, so you've got all of that beautiful juju from Mother Earth in there. So let me just check on this. It's nice and melted. We'll stop that. And what we'll do is we're just going to add some cacao to this. Just the beautiful cacao powder. And you can look at my free ebook that I have on offer for you all for exact quantities. We'll put some a beautiful mix of the white mulberries. And what I'm going to do with the sour cherry is place it at the bottom of my mold and then pour the chocolate into it. We'll add just a little pinch of salt. You can use a gorgeous Celtic sea salt or a Himalayan salt, whatever works for you. And I'm going to take 6 drops of wild orange to flavor it with the citrus, and then we're going to add some spice to it. So 3 drops of cinnamon bark, 2 drops of black pepper, and again I could have used my pink pepper in this. I love the pink pepper. This is absolutely beautiful. And now we're just going to give it a quick little stir. Like I said, you can do this by hand. And then we'll take our little chocolate mold, get that ready. Now, what to do about sweeteners? I love using whole sweeteners. So there are vegan honeys, there's medicinal honeys like the Jarrah, the Manuka or the Manuka honey. There's beautiful maple syrups you can use as well. So we're just going to pour some beautiful top quality maple syrup in there. I'm going to stir that in, and that's it. So a little bit of cacao butter, a little bit of coconut oil, both of them liquefied. So you don't want to boil them, you just want to gently liquefy them. And then some beautiful raw cacao. If you want to add the fruit to it, you can, or leave it as is. You might want to do nuts or seeds, your essential oil, and a whole sweetener. I really love adding superfoods to this as well, but stay tuned for another video for us to go deeper into adding more superfoods and creating a powerful food as medicine. So there we go. That's our baby there. And we are done. I'm just going to quickly show you how to pour this in. So if we just put a little sour cherry in each of those molds, so it's just like that. And I'm going to move my essential oils out of the way for you. And away we go. We're just going to pour that in. Set it in the fridge or the freezer. You'll be able to eat it in about an hour. And I want you to have so much fun with this. Infuse it with your love, your giggles, and your prayers of thanks. Just fill it up with that gratitude and all that love you have for life. Take care, everyone. Have heaps of fun enjoying your beautiful raw cacao. Hi everyone, I've just made some beautiful raw chocolate infused with cinnamon bark, wild orange, and black pepper pure essential oil. I have layered some beautiful white organic mulberries in here. And at the bottom of the chocolate molds, I have sour cherries. So I'm just pouring the chocolate over it. My chosen whole food sweetener is maple syrup for this one. You can use any whole sweetener you like. I love the maple syrup. I've also added some beautiful good quality salt, a Celtic sea salt, fine one. You can use Himalayan as well if you like. What else have I done? I've used cacao butter, coconut oil, and we've had so much fun. So, I would love to invite you to really just drop into using your intuition with the oils. I've combined some spices with citrus, and there's my little baby cinnamon bark, and you know, diffusing them is like a song, right? It's absolutely succulent. Getting them on your body is like feeding the body, and this way we're actually feeding and nourishing the heart, soul, our body, our spirit, and our whole emotional realm just feels so much more harmonized with this, because we're bringing joy in with the wild orange. It's nice and stilling and calming. The cinnamon bark opens the heart to receive love, warms us from the inside out with the black pepper as well. And that black pepper helps us to just stand in the truth of who we are without feeling like we have to wear facade after facade and not really show the world the truth of who we are. Pop that all in some cacao and in these chocolate molds, set in the fridge or freezer, and you can just sit back and let yourself rise in love, in gratitude with Mother Earth and this beautiful food of the gods and goddesses, cacao. Thanks so much, you guys.